Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to Authors Up. Welcome to Authors Up. This is our final show of 2023.
Ooh, wish I had some horns.
Final show. And it happens to fall on the last day of 2023.
Wow.
And I just want to say Happy New Year to my co-hosts and my compadres, my friends, my partners in crime, all that stuff. Happy New Year to you, Ruth.
Happy New Year as well.
And Happy New Year to you, Victoria.
Happy New Year to everybody and to you guys. It's just a blessing to be here, I tell you.
It really is. It really is. This has been a year. A lot has gone on this year, and we wanted to. We pre-recorded this program because we just wanted to stop by tonight and just tell all of you Happy New Year. Let you know that we appreciate every single one of you who has come on during the year, who has been faithful to come on Sunday after Sunday after Sunday, and even pop in on Saturday nights and listen to the replays. And we are grateful. We are grateful for the countries that have joined us during 2023. The different authors, the different books. I tell you, we have had a blast, and we hope that you all have had half the fun.
And we can't forget our podcast people, all the people.
Absolutely.
Yes, we thank you.
We are grateful for you. We're grateful for all of those who play a part, who have some role in Authors Up, regardless of what that role may be. And we're grateful. We're just grateful. And we wanted to stop by tonight and just say thanks for the memories. Thanks for all of the things that you did.
Thanks for the memories.
About our podcasters, but I really, really want to be sure that we thank Alan Chaffins, Dr.
Yes.
Alan Chaffins,
Yes.
because I tell you, he has been a godsend to us. He's helped us when we needed help. He has tried to make us laugh, and notice I said tried.
Yes.
That's a long, long story, guys.
I think he does make us laugh, even with the jokes that are corny. You got to laugh at them.
And I'm not sure we're laughing at the joke, but we do laugh. But we thank you, Alan. Thank you for a wonderful year. Thank you for all that you do for Authors Up and for the three of us to keep us on point and on track and doing what we believe God wants us to do. So we just wanted to come on just for a little bit, share a little bit of stuff with you. We wanted to talk about our favorite authors and favorite books that we've had for 2023. Favorite guests that we've had on the show. We want to talk about favorites that have happened to us and with us personally for 2023. And then we're going to end with final quotes or blogs and poems and just let you know that we appreciate you and we are looking forward to the new year. The next time you see us, it will be our very first program in 2024, and I can't hardly stand it. I can't even believe that we have been able to do what we've been able to do, and I thank God for all of that. So let's start with our list of favorite authors and favorite programs. Now, this is in no way to slight anybody, because we honestly had a great time with with some wonderful, wonderful authors this year.
Agreed.
But for whatever reason, these particular ones stood out with us, and we can tell you why. But let us start in the corner.
You're in the corner.
And you're in the corner. Look, I think we both pointing to her.
I'm trying.
She's pointing to herself too.
How can I point to you, Ruth? I can't point to
Use
you.
the other hand. Use the other hand and point that way. Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
Go
now,
that way.
And go.
now point. There
That
you go.
way. That's
There
it.
you go.
Yeah, that's it.
Man, that is really awkward. That oh, okay.
That's it. See?
You go.
Okay.
Hey, well, for me, it's easy. Just go down.
That's right. I got you. Tell us, Ruth, what were some of your favorites for the year?
Oh, of course. I have to say I love having Paula Obi on the show this time for her book. So
Yes.
I was
we were
going to
able
say her too.
yeah. So we were able to finally release her book, Adria's Transformation, and it was just, I mean, her excitement for it was enough, I think, for like all three of us and take us to the rest of the year. So she was my number one pick.
Let me
for
ask
that.
you a question.
Yes.
How's her book done this year?
It's done well. It's done well. Now she has slowed down a little bit with the marketing because she has her own show now on ALH Broadcasting. But she emailed me the other day and she's already, getting her plan together for marketing for 2024 because, a book has life, but it's the life that you give it. So
that's right.
I'm excited to see what she's going to do with it. So
good.
that was my first choice. I enjoyed having Mark Pullen on. He wrote The Oasis King. And if you remember, that was the fictional young adult book about three boys who went on an adventure, kind of lost in space type thing. I really enjoyed that
book. I enjoyed that book too.
Yes. And then Kellyanne Manuel, My Name is Light. We had her on a couple months ago.
Okay.
Actually, no, we had her on earlier this month. She had written like 31 children's books, and
right.
Very prolific author.
Yes.
And just, even for me, I've been in this industry for like 20 years now, and just I learned some stuff from her. So I really enjoyed that show.
She was good. She was really good.
Yeah.
Good deal. Look for me to be getting in touch with you about marketing my book too, because it's time to breathe some more life into it.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. I'm getting it together.
Okay. All right, Andrea. What about you?
For favorites, I had and I can't pronounce their names. I couldn't that night either. Pastor Jiva and
Sam's.
The couple.
The Sam's, yes.
Yes. Their book, The
Unbreakable
Marriage.
Yes.
Unbreakable Marriage. And I just, man, I really, really enjoyed that. That was a life textbook for me. I loved everything that they shared in that book about relationships. So The Unbreakable Marriage was one for me.
Don't say my book.
What? The other one I'm going through for. I'm gonna save it. Mark Ryle.
Yes.
Ryle. And he did the one about Run Daughter Run.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that. The time his daughter's in the car. I really love that one. And a recent one, which is The Phenomenal Leader in Me.
Yes.
I thought that was really, really good. Really good for parents, really good for children.
And she's doing well with the book, isn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And what'd you say?
I said she's doing well with the book too.
Yeah, she is.
She's doing book signings and everything. Like, go ahead.
A lot of book signings, a lot of things are happening and change as Barnes and Noble is kind of changing the way that they do things. Man, she came in right on time.
Right,
She's
right.
really taking advantage of that, and I think she had a great book too. And I'm not going to mention the other book because I know that Victoria is going to mention the other book. You know, in the early days of Authors Up, Victoria used to always take my questions that I had for the authors, and now she's taking the book. But it's okay because I love her.
But you
and you're gonna be the bigger person, right?
You would take mine because you was always first. I'd be like, I was gonna ask that.
So you go ahead now, Victoria.
There you go.
You know, you guys, you already know what the first book is. Ruth and Jane McKinney. We saw them on June 25th.
Yes.
And So We Walked. That book has really been life-changing for me. And we've talked about that before. Just to look at your relationship with God and am I doing what he says do? Am I really listening? You know, I say I'm listening, but am I really listening and walking in that walk? So that was just an amazing book for me. They heard what God said do, and they did it. Yep. And look what came of it. It's just been amazing. So that was my first one. Second one we saw on July 9th, Greg Hall, Rethinking Rest. That was another one that was life-changing for me. It settled some questions for me that I've had, you know, regarding my own religious upbringing versus how I'm practicing my religion now. Mm-hmm. And so that was really, really good for me. The other one I really enjoyed was Erica Wolf. We saw her in August. Cancer and Other Things I'm Grateful For.
Yes.
That book was amazing to me. And the interview with her was amazing. How she talked about radical acceptance of what she had and how her thinking and looking at other things beside traditional medicine that led her into her holistic healing and the way she thought about it, you know. And she said, I think a quote, she said, any day that she could be grateful and full of gratitude, et cetera, was a good day. Mm-hmm. And it was that was amazing to me, how she talked about it with us.
And she looked great.
Yes.
Yes, she did.
She just looked fantastic. Yeah.
Yes, she did. Yes. Yeah. And those were my three folks. And I think the cancer one just hit home because, you know, I'm dealing with some chronic illnesses myself, and how to deal with accepting, and then to look into ways that I can help heal myself with, you know, without traditional medicine. So those were my three.
All right. Now we're going to move on to personal things. And you all had a lot going on this year. All of it wasn't all smiles, but you had a lot going on this year. Victoria, we're going to go around the circle the other way. So tell us about highlights for you, good, bad, or indifferent.
Okay. Well, professionally, doing very well at my job. My job has really allowed me to be able to travel to see my mom and yet still be able to do my job. And that has been tremendous. So haven't missed a beat at work, even though it's been stressful with mom. And hey, I'm in Indiana once again. I think it's about the 5th time I've come to help take care of my mom. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I didn't put my phone on do not disturb. So that has been, one second, y'all. I'm so sorry. I got to put on do not disturb so it won't ring again. There you go. Okay. Professionally. And then I've got some increase in responsibilities, and I've changed supervisors. So it's been some change there. But that has been great. And I know you guys know, I don't know if everybody else knows, but I personally, I did get divorced this year. And so I'm going into a new chapter of my life. And, you know, I cut my hair. I had no choice but to cut my hair. And so it's just a new beginning for me in a lot of ways. And I was able to launch my own show this year, Living Life Victoriously. I think it's going well because I enjoy it so much. And, you know, Elder, you have to tell the responses to it. You know, it's just, I'm just grateful. Just grateful. So looking forward to what the new year has in store. I'm going to be part of an anthology with 364 other authors, along with Elder.
Yeah.
And it's a devotional book called Joy 365. I'm excited about that. I already know this book is probably going to be a bestseller. It's going to be an international bestseller. So that's exciting to know that I'm a part of something like that. So I'm in a good headspace. We are facing some challenges with my mom. And so prayerfully, just ask everybody to pray for me, pray our strength, because life is going to be a little different going into New Year. So we'll just see what happens. But I'm just so grateful. God has kept us from January 1 to now. And it's just amazing. He's kept me every step of the way. And I know he's going to continue to. So that's my 2023. I could say a whole lot more, but I'll let it go there.
What about you, Ruth?
Well, I mean, mine wasn't quite as eventful like Victoria, but I think the two highlights I wanted to share was my youngest daughter graduated college, enlisted in the Army, graduated boot camp, recently graduated from AIT training, and she is off doing her thing. So that has been amazing to watch. And, not just her, but, I have adult children now,
Yes.
We've enjoyed it immensely.
Yes. So I love the empty nest thing, but I love the fact that,
they're doing good.
Yeah, watching them grow up to be really cool human beings. So, we're really good about that. And,
You should, Mama.
I am very proud. So, the other highlight I wanted to talk about, and Victoria, I don't know that you were on when I brought it up, was the fact learning that my name is not my birth name. So I had to apply for a reprinted birth certificate, ended up getting 3. Come to find out that my name's been changed like 3 or 4 times in my life because I was applying for a passport. And I can say as of yesterday, I can now leave the country.
Oh, that's my goal. That's my goal for 2024. Yes.
So I now have my passport. I am
what was your name? What was
it was originally Ruseline, I think. I'll have to go back. I haven't got my passport, my birth certificates back yet. It might have. It's Celine. Celine was my name. There's a whole story that goes with it that I had to get from my siblings. So, and I had heard it growing up, but I thought, your parents tell you stuff and you don't listen, and you're like, oh, they're just talking. And I found out when I got married that my name had been changed, and I thought, oh, okay, this is interesting, but I never thought it would impact me now. That was 25 years ago, because I thought I had a birth certificate, but it was the wrong birth certificate. So now I have 4 birth certificates. So, but it's resolved. I have my birth certificate. I have my passport.
And I think that's great.
Yes. So I can go into 2024 official now.
Official.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
you're a legal citizen for real.
Hopefully, and my husband thinks it's hilarious because when this first happened, he's like, maybe that explains why TSA stops you every time and gives you a pat down. And these pat downs have been getting a little more invasive. And let me tell you, they need to start paying me. They need to start paying me now the way they're
touching me. Okay.
You're going to be part of their training module.
That's right.
Are you standing there like this? And you're like, oh.
Yeah, no. And then they're like, well, we can take you to a private room. I'm like, no, just get it over and done with now. Just
whatever. That's good.
Yeah, so I'm happy to share that.
Good.
And what about you, Andrea?
Well, I shared in you all stuff so much during the year. I mean, we were, trying to get in on Sam's graduation, and I had my own birth certificate story because I didn't have a name on my original one. Mine said Baby Henson, and yeah. And I thought you knew I was coming. What? I just don't understand that. But that had gotten straightened out for me. I take joy in celebrating Victoria coming on board with her own show, and Paula coming on board with her own show. And I had one pastor who'd been a guest on the shows and supportive of the programs, and he is now a host on one of our shows, his own.
Amen.
And we just celebrate him. I'm really, really happy for him. We had an anniversary celebration for ALH Broadcasting. Really, really happy about that, and all of the things that are going on that are, just helping people to grow and helping them to live their best life, and in some cases live a dream that they've had for a long time. So I'm real happy about all of that. Health challenges continue, but I am still here. I give my doctor a fit. My last visit, he was trying to get me to do something, and I just looked at him and I said, now, if I was your mother sitting here, what would you tell her to do? And he got really, really quiet. And I said, that's taking way too long. You should have an answer just like that. So let's
say I would tell my mother to do this.
More,
right.
And see what's happening. But we did some things with family to draw us closer. I've had a good year. I mean, there's some things that I wish could have happened, but we all go through that. There's some things that I'm sad that they happened, and we all go through that. Yeah. But when I look at January 1 and December 31, I'm a happy camper. I am just a happy camper. I am grateful. I know I'm blessed. I know God has great things in store for us individually and for Authors Up in particular. Coming up in 2024, we've already shared with you some of the plans that we have in place or that we are putting in place so that we can have an absolutely phenomenal year. I am looking forward to all of that. So you guys out there have been instrumental in making 2023 special for each of us, and we can't tell you enough how much we appreciate your participation and your comments and you tuning in every week. You could be doing anything on Sunday evenings, but you chose to spend many of your Sundays right here with us, and we are thankful for that. And we said we weren't going to hold you long tonight, and we are not, but we wanted to end this year and our program with just some sincere thoughts and feelings from the trio here. And we're going to start and go around the other way. So we'll start with Ruth this time. Victoria, you always end up in the middle everywhere. Anyway, we go.
Either way, right?
All right.
Ruth.
I have a quote for today and a quote for tomorrow. So,
all right.
Or something like that. Anyway, first quote is "Celebrate endings, for they precede new beginnings" by Jonathan Lockwood Huey.
All right, I like that.
And tomorrow is the first blank page of a 365-page book. Write a good one.
Wow.
Right.
So, I like that.
You can make it whatever you want to.
Whatever you want to. I like that.
Wow. New beginnings. Love it. We're going to see what my hair looks like on January 31st.
On January what?
I mean December 31st.
Write that down. Then do a hair check.
Oh, I'm not going to. And you know what? Through the year, and I was looking for a show for the New Year's show or the Christmas show for you. And I was scrolling through Authors Up and I said, look at my hair. I've gone through different wigs, different looks all year long.
I think that's fun. I think that's the joy of being able to be whoever you choose to be. And I think it's great because I do the same thing periodically.
So. We took some clips of our different looks and just put it all together, it'd be just hilarious. So I'm next.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to have to read it from another tab. But I wrote this blog on December 31st of 2011. And I'm going to change some of the dates, but to put it for this year. But it's called Pressing Forward. Okay. The scripture verse is Philippians 3:13, and this is from the New King James Version. Brethren, I do not count myself to have apprehended, but one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind and reaching forward to those things which are ahead. I have lived through so much this year. Sickness, loss of loved ones, bills, disappointments, and the list can go on and on for all the bad things. If you are reading this, there is no doubt in my mind that you have survived some issues too. There have been moments of pure joy as I watch God move on my behalf and others as well. And I am still amazed at how this year has seemed to have flown by, and we are facing yet another New Year's Eve. There have been some changes this year, some good and some not so good. I have kept to some of my resolutions, and some have fallen so far by the wayside that I don't even remember what they were and why I made them in the first place. As I reflect on the changes that this year has brought us, I am grateful, so grateful that I did it together. We lost some family members, but our family has come together in a new way, and it's just beautiful. I have decided that this year I will not make any resolutions. The only statement I will make about my life is that I want it to be in the will of God more than ever before. For me, I want to go higher in my worship, my praise, my giving, my faith in standing on His word and being faithful to His work and His will. It is way past time to stop playing games about what He wants for my destiny. I want to use my gifts to influence my children and everyone I come in contact with to use the opportunities that God has given us for His kingdom. Time is surely marching on for all of us. I don't want to waste any more of the time that is given to me worrying about things that really won't matter in the end. Who may be talking about me? Who doesn't share my point of view? Who doesn't even understand that what I'm doing is what God says do? And I can't focus on that. I cannot change a thing about 2000, about 2023. That part of my life is over, but I can use experiences to guide me as I enter into a new year. The hurts and disappointments of yesteryear will not interfere what God has planned for my tomorrow. Pressing forward means we release the past. So today, I choose to let go of everything that is weighing me down. My mind is now focused on where I am going and how to get there. And I believe that with God on my side, in 2024, the impossible would happen. I want you to believe the same for your life. God has blessings tailor made just for you. Know without a doubt that your circumstances won't always be like this. Stand firm on His promises. A new day and a new year is coming. I'm pressing forward and reaching out for all the new that God has for my life. May God bless you all to have a new year so full of blessings. You will have no other choice but to share them with others. So in 2024, victorious living is what I will do.
All right. All right. Living life victoriously.
Yes.
That's great. I like that. I like that.
Good.
I like that. Oh, it's just okay. You're the one that cries, right?
That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. That's all right.
Not gonna go down that road.
If you have to, you have to. That's fine. Pressing forward. Pressing forward.
This is just sometimes we don't really know what we're going to do. I know that's a surprise to our listeners and viewers out there. We don't always know what we're going to do.
No, we don't.
But it is in the moments like this when I'm not going to say when it isn't planned, but when we don't always know what the other person is going to say. And those are always the programs that I really hold dear, because there's something that happens from the heart. And
Mhm.
I hope that our listeners and viewers can always feel that, and always
Right.
know that they are a part of that.
Right.
Um, so I'm going to close us out with a poem. It's actually one of the 8 at 8 victory verses, and it's kind of long, so I'm not going to read the whole thing. Saved you. I'm just going to read a part of it. But it says, "What is most important to you when it comes to the end of the year? Is it time you spent with family and friends, or new memories that you'll come to hold dear? Are you thinking of changes you'll have to make, things that won't be the same anymore? Or is your expectation on high because you know some things won't be like they were before? Are you excited about the new and the next? Looking forward to what God has planned? Feeling a little anxious, but not afraid of what you still don't understand? Are you thinking of your intentions? Where will your energy lie? What is it God will require of you for you to still be the apple of his eye?
Mm.
So many things occupy our thoughts when we come to the end of a year. I'm just grateful to know God will not let me go, and he will always be near. I'm not out here alone, trying things on my own, hoping the outcome will be in accordance with the will of the Lord and what he designed just for me. So wrap up the year with his mercy and grace, his joy, his peace, strength, and power, and replay the refrain of that old precious hymn that says, I need thee every hour. And you'll be ready for whatever test or trial you face, no matter what comes your way. Relinquish your plan, hold on to his hand, and always let love lead the way.
Man,
Year.
that's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Happy New Year. Thank you for making 2023 amazing, just an amazing year. We hope that we were able to bring some things to you, some information to you, some insights to you, some joy to you, because we have sure had some laughter on our programs. And we are looking forward to an amazing 2024. I don't know all that God has planned, but I know that He is with us. I believe He is going to remain with us. And I just thank each of you for being a part of what He's doing through us. So
Amen.
that's all we have for you for tonight. Ruth, is there something you want to say in closing? Because you always give the where to find us stuff.
And you know what? We can't end 2023 without sharing that. So, if you are interested in learning more about our show, if you want to be a guest on our show and want to send us a query email, you can email us at authorsup@gmail.com. You can find us on social media on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Just look for Authors Up Show. That is our handle on each of those platforms. You can also download our podcasts off of Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts. Of course, you can also catch us on YouTube for those who use YouTube. You can also watch a replay of this on Saturday nights on SIBN and Facebook Live. So um, we're out there. Come find us.
Victoria, do you have any final words?
Just have a blessed and wonderful New Year's Eve celebration, whatever you're doing. Be safe and happy New Year. Let's just go into it rejoicing because God is so good.
Yes, He is. Yes, He is. And that's it for us for tonight. We will be right back here next week. We'll have a new show, a live show. We'll be here. And we hope that you will join us as well, because you never, ever, 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 ever,
Ah,
ever know what is going to happen on authors. Good night, everybody. God bless
night.
you.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Bronze Girls. Love you.